We are back, and we would have been live, or sort of live, because we're not live right now. But anyway, about like 5 minutes ago. But DJ had to have a conversation about things that we didn't want to talk about live, about transgender.
Justin. It was about Justin.
I mean, that works. that anyway. We are back for our NXT review for 5/25/16. Yeah, 20. That I don't know why that was hard for me to say, but we open up with William Regal in his office, because that seems to be how we always open NXT anymore. Since Bayley is not, I guess she's not cleared to compete by WWE. I don't know if she actually isn't cleared, or what's going on with that. But he set up a triple threat match tonight to decide the number one contender for Asuka's NXT Women's Championship. So we will see Carmella versus Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. Any thoughts on the opening there?
Um, so 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 I didn't see the opening. Because
Yeah.
what had happened was I was watching it, but I came in like 7 minutes late, and it was live, and I didn't want to mess it up, so I was like, let me just see. And but I was excited about the match though. I was once I heard about it. Thanks to Justin. Justin had my back. Human spoiler machine. Um, you know,
But
but I didn't see that. See,
yeah.
I didn't see that.
All right. All right. Probably didn't even watch. You probably just fast forwarded through it anyway. Anyway, so our first match was a tag team match. We got Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus TM61, formerly TMDK. If you follow on the indies, the mighty don't kneel. I've seen a bunch of their matches online. So I was excited when I heard they were coming to NXT. We found out a while ago they were coming to NXT in that last kind of big group of signings that they did for NXT a couple weeks ago. So I was excited about this. I was kind of upset that they changed the name to TM61. I don't know why they couldn't just have kept them TMDK. I don't know what this 61 is. I don't get it. It's probably something simple that I'm not thinking of, but I don't know. But I love this match though. Like I said, I was excited for TMDK's debut, and to see more of them down the road. Also, we got to see Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, which is always good. I felt like this would have been a great match for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, because even for just a regular NXT, this was a really exciting match. It felt like there was a lot of really cool spots. There was a lot of kind of near falls where we were like, oh, it's not over yet. But also, it was interesting because we haven't really had a debut of a tag team in NXT. We've had single debuts, but it feels like this is the first actual tag team debuting in NXT that has been a tag team before. Isn't just somebody that WWE threw together. You know, so that was kind of cool. Any thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I definitely enjoyed it. I love the tag team. The tag team kind of chemistry that both teams had. And like I tweeted about this. I was like, so instead of having jobber matches, can we just have these? Just because I feel like, and you know, of course, Justin was there, and he was like, he was like, but jobber matches are good, and I'm like, no, like we really don't need them. Like that match right there showed us that both of these teams are good, but one's just a little bit better right now. We don't need one team being really good, the other team being really suckish, and then 2 months later them making that really suckish team into a good team. Let's just make them into a good team at the beginning. Even if you aren't gonna, do anything with them, I feel like they should do this with all tag teams. Even tag teams kind of in their first match, like let them kind of get in the ring and work together, because I think that helps out a lot with the chemistry too, of that tag team, especially if they're a new tag team. Because I know WWE likes to kind of put people together and try new things with the tag team. So I think they should try that more often instead of doing this jobber type stuff. Like show these guys a little bit of respect, because I feel like being a jobber, yeah, to a certain degree, I guess is paying your dues, but being a jobber too is kind of disrespectful to the wrestler who's worked hard to get to that point. To me, that's just my personal opinion. Now, I never worked in the business, and someone's gonna be like, "Oh, you never worked in the business, you don't understand," But that's just me from a fan standpoint. I don't, that's just me from a fan standpoint. But I thought this match was amazing. I really liked it. I thought it was good. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like jobber matches are good at some points. When they have a purpose. But there's sometimes when, like, a lot of times you really don't need them, in my opinion.
I feel like for any of all of the debuts, really, they shouldn't be jobber matches, because whether they came from the indies or WWE created them in NXT I feel like they've worked hard enough that they shouldn't sign with WWE and then just be have a jobber match where they look horrible. Especially with the guys who, like I said, worked on the indies and, scratched and clawed their way to finally get a chance in WWE. They should, show us what they can do. Show us, what they have, so we know, so we can get excited about them. Even if they lose in their, debut match, make them look good. Make both people look good. And then even, like I said, even the guys that they build up in the performance center, they made it through the performance center. They should have a good debut match, whether they win or lose. Everybody should look strong, I feel like, because it's like we've said many times, how can you have somebody be, a jobber and, just get completely destroyed for the first couple of weeks that they're there, and then you try to push them and, pretend like that never happened, because they've done that a lot.
Yeah, too. I feel like it would be a good, if you feel like, if they really feel like jobber matches are the way to go, that's fine. But why don't you give the jobber team like some excitement? If they can do a suicide dive, let them do their dive, or let them do something that's exciting. So then at least we get a little bit of a feel of what they're doing. Like, it's not just them getting dominated. They do get a chance to show what they have, even if it's just really small.
Yeah. And I also think everyone should get, it's the simple little things too. Like, everyone should get an entrance. Don't have the jobber just in. I hate that. That's one thing I hate so much, when the guy is automatically already in the ring, and they don't even say their name until like halfway through the match, half the time. But anyway, we got a Samoa Joe video package basically building up to the cage match at Takeover for the NXT title against challenger Finn Balor. Any thoughts on this video package?
Yeah, I definitely liked it. I like the video packages that they're doing, especially for like around the title picture. Really like building that intensity and suspense in the feuds. I feel like I think this one even incorporated the cage, if I remember correctly, which was kind of cool. Kind of throwing in that little extra, like there's a little extra to this feud. It's not just like a one-on-one brawler type of a feud. There's a cage involved. So then, like, even if you haven't watched, like, you're kind of like, well, what's going on then? So I think that's kind of cool. But
yeah. Then we had an interview with Bayley, basically on not being cleared to compete and who should be number one contender, whatever. This was another segment where everyone in the upcoming match just, happened to be walking by the interview position at that time, because it's really convenient for WWE that they always just happen to be walking by. They're definitely not just standing off camera. No, that's not that. Why would that be? Any thoughts on this?
I know what it is. There's this old saying that when somebody's talking about you, your ears turn red. So that's what happens. Like they look in the mirror, they're like, "Oh, my ears turning red. Let me go see. Somebody got to be doing an interview about me." Then they all just come in. I think that's what it is. I'm going with the old adage.
But she wasn't even really talking about them.
I'm trying to stick up for him. Anyway, I like this segment. Kind of, building that main event match, which I was excited for too. Like I said earlier, because anyway, I just, I wanted to see what was gonna happen, I kind of what I liked about the main event was you really kind of didn't know who was gonna win, which was kind of cool. Like you can kind of predict who was gonna win.
They've built it up for weeks.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, even when you think about it, when you think about the history, now don't get me wrong, Alexa Bliss had no chance from what I remember. I love the girl. Wait. I love the girl. Don't get me wrong, but she didn't have any chance. She didn't have a chance from how they've been building her. Actually, they've been building her pretty good. Let me retract that. They have. She had a couple jobber matches. Wait a minute. That doesn't make you strong at all. But anyway, so I kind of had my eyes more on Carmella and Nia Jax going into that match, because obviously they had been building the whole Nia Jax Asuka thing before, and she had beat some people a couple weeks ago. And with Carmella, they were building her before, and then they kind of gave up on it, and then they kind of came back to it, and then they kind of came back to it again. So, like, I was kind of like, maybe. So, I mean, I kind of didn't know who was going to win going into it. More so between Carmella and Nia Jax. Sorry, Alexa.
Yeah. Boy. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that during the main event, because I kind of did want to talk about just building up or lack thereof in certain matches. But we got a coming soon, and I'm going to try to say this the way that it was said on the TV, because I read the name and I was like, how do you even Andrade Cien Almas coming soon. I don't know who it is. I'm excited though. I liked the video package that they had for him. It got me hyped. I'm hyped. I got this. He's probably not going to come for like 6 months. Like other people that have been coming soon in the past and then didn't come. And anyway, any thoughts on this one?
All right, so I was excited because finally I get to catch up on Lucha Underground, and I tune into this new superstar. Wait, this ain't. Oh, sorry. Back to NXT. I was really disappointed. To be honest, like, I like the video. No, don't get me wrong. Let me explain before you make faces. Don't get me wrong. I like debuts. I like new superstars and whatever. But I was kind of disappointed because I know how WWE uses Mexican wrestlers and Japanese wrestlers and foreign people.
But the man wasn't even Mexican. He was a white guy.
But he had a mask, so the whole he had a mask and a Hispanic name. So
mask off. So
and that was confusing to me too, because I was like, is this somebody we've seen before with a mask and now they're taking it off? Or like that confused me a little bit too, because I was like, wait, so have we seen this guy in a mask and then it's taking it off and then it's going to be a cool little reveal, or no? See, like, I don't know, because I've seen WWE book foreign people, and It just doesn't get me excited anymore. I mean, you've seen No Way Jose.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we will get to that soon enough. Oy. But Austin Aries comes out and shoots a promo on how he will become the NXT champion after whoever wins the title at Takeover. Nakamura comes out and cuts the best promo ever. He's like, first off, he starts speaking Japanese, and he's like, oh, sorry. You understand Japanese? Austin Aries is like, I don't understand you. And Nakamura's like, yeah, me too. And I was like, this is amazing. That was the best segment of the night. William Regal does end up coming out, and he sets up a match between the two at Takeover, which I'm excited about. Any thoughts on this segment?
Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued. I liked it a lot. Having Nakamura talk, because you don't really hear him talk a lot, but when he does, it's really cool. And this match, oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't even explain my excitement. I'm so excited my computer's going dead. So I'm about to go get my charger in a second. But I'm so excited, man. I think this is going to be a really good match. And whoever faces probably Samoa Joe, I'm kind of wondering who it's going to be. Because if you remember, Nakamura's got that match with Cena. So does that put him on the main roster? Or like what's going to be kind of Nakamura's status after that? But that's after Takeover, I'm pretty sure, because Takeover is in 2 weeks, I think. So it's on the 11th? Question mark? Maybe the 11th. Can't really don't really know off the top of my head. But I'm excited though. I want to see how it's gonna go. Because this match is gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. I'm excited.
All right.
I'm gonna get my charger.
Okay, you hurry back. You got a match coming up. Yeah, you got a match coming up. Yeah, you know what it is. Actually, I'm gonna wait a second until he comes back so I can talk about this interview coming up, and then it's gonna be your match, DJ. DJ, you get the best match on the card. I mean, the best match on the card I set aside just for you. You know what? I was like, I could take this match, but I want to give it to DJ because it is an instant classic, if I do say so myself. It is just that good. It is that good. Anyway, before we get to that, we have an American Alpha interview that I didn't really care too much about. Any thoughts on that one before we get to your match?
Oh God. Yeah. I'm liking American Alpha. More so I'm looking at the attires now. Because they kind of say the same thing when they come out there. They kind of say the same thing in their interviews. But I'm liking the new matching kind of like tie-dye looking attire that they had on tonight. I don't know why they were still wearing their singlets, even though they didn't have a match. But anyway. And I like the shirts. Loving the shirts. I think I saw the first time I saw those shirts, I think was at the Raw that I went to a couple weeks ago. Somebody was wearing one, and it said Ready, Willing, and Gable on the back of it. And and my brother, he had messaged me, and he was like, "Are you ready for Raw tonight?" And I was like, "Ready, Willing, and Gable" in the comments. And my brother didn't understand. He doesn't watch NXT. And then he saw it. He was like, "Ah, I see." So I definitely I'm liking the new kind of the look for American Alpha.
Yeah. So we get into a good match. We get No Way Jose versus Jonathan or Ortegon or Oregon or some. So I don't know. I was excited for Jonathan, and then he didn't do anything in this match. DJ, what did you think?
All right. You know, I really do. I like No Way Jose. I even like the character. I really do. Like, I like it. I like the dancing thing. I like it. It's cool. You know, he kind of gets it into everything he's doing. But the issue is, I know it's not going to work. Like, I know it's not going to last. Like, it'll last for now. It'll last for the NXT audience, but it's not going to work on the main roster type of audience because they've seen it so many times and they're probably annoyed of it by now. I'm surprised the NXT fans even like it anymore. But I'm kind of wondering, what the plan is for No Way Jose because he's just been kind of doing things, kind of just doing jobber matches, I guess. And like the last couple of debuts we have, you can tell when someone came from the Indies and when someone has like been in the Performance Center. Because someone will debut and they'll get all this hoopla coming from the Performance Center and whatnot, and they won't get a takeover match. They'll wrestle every once in a while, and then these guys that came from the Indies or like TNA or whatever, they'll like get like a takeover match in their like first night there. So like you can tell when when someone like has like experience elsewhere. As much as WWE tries to like mold them to their style or whatever, I guess they still do that. You can kind of tell, but I don't know. I just feel like they're not really the thing, and that's another thing I don't like about jobber matches is it's not long enough for me to really see what the guy can do. Now, do I need to see everything he can do in the first match or first 2-3 matches? Not necessarily, but I'd like to see more than let me wind up and punch you and then hit you with that dancing slam thing that's his finisher now. Like I just I just kind of want to see more. I think No Way Jose's good. I think he's pretty good. I think he's got some promise in him. But like just give me a little more. That's all I want. Shout out to No Way Jose. He got Corey Graves to dance. Which was shocking. But thoughts, Casey? What match of the night? I think.
I mean, it was up there. It was up there. It was close to match of the night. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I know why because at the end of the day, Vince likes these, to get the crowd into it because he thinks if the crowd is dancing, that it works. And it, for the beginning, yeah. Like, I mean, if we were children or if we were goldfish that had, 10-second memories, yeah, this would work fine. But it doesn't work for the long run. It's not going to go anywhere, and there's no point. I mean, I know that NXT is, developmental, and things are supposed to fail. But if you really try to start them off with a gimmick that's really gonna work, first of all, you're gonna save time. You're gonna save money, rather than having this gimmick fail and then that gimmick fail and then that gimmick fail. Try something that might really work, and not just something that the fans are gonna dance and it's gonna be fun for the first couple months and then nothing. Try something more serious. I know he has been in the Indies, which was confusing to me as to why, he has been in the Indies. Why are they giving him this stupid gimmick? Because everyone else that's come to NXT from the Indies has been given either the same gimmick that they had or something serious. I don't know why they're trying to do this with him. Probably because, Vince is like, oh, he looks like he's Hispanic. Let's, give him a dancing gimmick or something. And also, it looks like he's that guy that doesn't know how to dance, but he's trying really hard. It's not like, to an extent, a Fandango where Fandango can kind of make it look like he really knows how to dance. With No Way Jose, it it doesn't look natural. It looks forced. Even though, you know, the music is fun, like I said, and it's going to be fun for the first couple weeks, couple months, but I just don't know. Yeah, I have nothing else to say with that.
Real quick, I do have a brand split update. We'll just do it after this. I just saw another article that I hadn't seen before that had some more details. So we'll talk about it at the end of this review, at the end of the main event.
All right. So we get a Finn Balor package, basically the same as the Samoa Joe one, just kind of building up to the cage match. I liked it too. I like this kind of darker Finn Balor that they're going for. I kind of like it even more without the demon thing. Like if they just do a darker Finn Balor, I mean, obviously the cool thing with it is the demon and the face paint and everything and the body paint. But, you know, I think, you know, you could do just Finn Balor darker, and it would be cool. But any thoughts on that video package?
Yeah, it was definitely cool. I think I liked the Joe one a little bit better because I don't remember the Finn Balor one including the cage, but I did watch it. But I don't remember it. I don't remember every single detail of everything. You know, just because Alexa Bliss is on the screen and you don't watch the match doesn't mean I say you didn't watch the match. I'm just saying. But
I watched it. I watched it. We should get movement.
But God. Oh, anyway. Yeah, I liked it. I just think I like the Joe one better. Just a little bit. Just a fraction.
All right, because you didn't watch it. Asuka interview on who might be the #1 contender. Basically, she says it doesn't matter who is the #1 contender because she is going to destroy them and kill them and you know, make CC out of them and just eat them, and maybe not that because that would ew.
Goodness.
Listen, probably. I mean, make hamburgers out of them, hot dogs. Anyway, thoughts on the interview and not racism?
For shame, sir. You cannot talk about the best in the world that way. She is the NXT Women's Reigning Defending Champion of the world and Florida for a reason. For a reason. Okay, Casey? Goodness. Talking about the boo like that. You can't be doing that. You know, she will take that thong that she wears over the top. Anyway, just gonna leave that. I'm just gonna leave that right there. Let's just get to the main event, I suppose. I think it's next.
I make him into pork chops, maybe. Is that less rate? Anyway, we get main event of the evening, the #1 contendership match for the NXT Women's Championship.
But what if they watched it in the morning?
Wait, what?
In the morning.
It was still in the evening, though.
But if I watch it in the morning, technically, to me, it's in the morning.
But it's still the evening. Shut up. Why you gotta do this? Why?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Casey.
Yeah, and Beauty was in this match. 2 beauties was in this match. I mean, 3 if you think about it, you know, but she's a huge lady. Carmella versus Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. You know, Alexa, she had control from the opening bell. You know, she had it down. Not sure why they don't have a dedicated Bliss cam on her the entire match. I think that's the thing that they need to like, you know, put in, and they could have her like on the screen that whole time, and like have a little box down here for like what if they split up and you see the other two kind of wrestling. But I think they need the dedicated Bliss cam because it would be blissful. See what I did there? Carmella, though, she was definitely going easy on Nia because, she didn't want to hurt her. And I have to say it, I've never been mad at Carmella until tonight. Alexa had the pin on the Sparkle Splash. That was going to be 3. Damn it. And then she freaking... But it's okay. I can't stay mad at Carmella. She my girl. I can't stay. But come on. You would have got a chance at the title down the road if you just let her win right there. She's been there for so long. She deserves it. Come on now. Anyway, but like I was saying before, I think they need to kind of book these triple threat matches better, kind of more like anyone could win. Just because if you think about it, for the past month or so, they've been booking Nia Jax really, really strong. And I mean, they have been kind of booking Alexa Bliss and Carmella, but not anywhere near where you really thought they were going to win this match. Like, we knew Nia Jax was going to win. I feel like they need to book it to where any of the three could win. It just, I was excited that, Carmella and Alexa were in this match. And I was like, maybe, they'll do some sort of twist. But at the end of the day, I knew it was going to be Nia Jax versus Asuka. It was just how they booked it. And I think they need to book it differently to make it so you're really honestly not sure. It could go either way. But I feel like at the end of the day, from the beginning of the match, I mean, even before the match, you knew who was going to win. They just hadn't booked Alexa and Carmella up enough to where, you really thought, which is unfortunate because Alexa has been there so long. I think, she definitely deserves a title shot. Carmella does too, but she'll have her, chance. She hasn't been there as long as Carmella or as Alexa. But obviously they want to do the big Nia Jax versus, Asuka. At least I didn't say she's a huge lady. I don't know. But it was a good match, though. It was definitely an exciting match. She had to win. He was coming down for the 3, and she wasn't going to kick out. DJ, thoughts?
See, I'll tell you one thing. Carmella didn't win because she didn't cut her promo at the beginning. She didn't. She was supposed to come out there and be like, "My name is Carmella," and all that, and then talk about how she's the most fabulous diva in NXT. She got to get that bass.
That she doesn't say diva anymore. She says women. She says women.
She's the most fabulous women. But I don't know if you ever caught that. Like, she'll get that like really deep T. Like, she's like NXT. I just think that's hilarious. But I enjoyed this match. This match was really good. Alexa and Carmella flying everywhere, and then getting caught by Nia Jax or getting thrown around by Nia Jax. I kind of like the contrast of styles between the 3. Suicide dies and everything. I was like, suicide die! I was getting hyped. I just enjoyed this match. I thought it was good. I was excited when Nia Jax won because I was watching this and I was in an Xbox party with Justin. He was watching it at the same time, and I was like, Nia Jax is gonna win because she's a monster. She's a monster. And and Justin was like, "No, Carmella's gonna win." And then I was like, "Nope." And then I got really excited when Nia Jax won. So I kind of want to see how this Nia Jax Asuka thing's gonna go, because I think it could go pretty well. Because we all know Alexa Bliss would have got broke up. You got to hit the in there when you know Asuka's in the ring. Broke up by Asuka. I'm just saying. Even Carmella, she too model type. She too fabulous. NXT. She got to bring more of the T out instead of the N. She got to get a little bass in it. To fight with Asuka, because Asuka is a monster. So we got two monsters going at it, and I like it. Because Alexa, she just can't keep up, man. She can't. Honestly, I really don't know what's going on with Alexa. I'm seriously like curious about that. Like, do they not think she's good enough? Do they not think like she's good enough in the ring, or she's promo class like she struggled, or did she like do something wrong? She tripped like what's the guy? Whoever's over NXT, she tripped that guy, and then they sent her down to beginners class or something. What happened? Like she wouldn't date like someone in particular. I don't know. Like what is going on with that girl? Like because she has been around for a while, and they're like, let's push her really hard, and then like she gets to that like right at the peak of the push, and they're like, come on back down here. So I don't really understand why they're doing this. But yeah, like seriously, Alexa came out and I forgot what the match was before. I really did. I was like, what was the match before this one? I was like, what was that match? Like that girl. Oh, I mean, I get what I mean. Like I've seen it before. Don't get me wrong. I've seen it before, but I get it. I completely understand what happened. But any more thoughts before I go into the brand split SmackDown thing real quick?
That is exactly why we need the Bliss Cam. The Bliss Cam needs to be a thing. Please, WWE, make the Bliss Cam. That is all.
All right, real quick, just some details I found. This is according to ProWrestling.com, who got their information from the Wrestling Observer. It says that each show will have a world title, so that means there's going to be 2 world titles, because we just have money to throw everywhere. And one show will have the U.S. title, the other show will have the Intercontinental title. The women's division is believed to be going to one brand, but that isn't confirmed. And then the tag team titles will be on both shows. So I think that's 1 tag team titles for both shows. So that means we're going to get 2 world titles, which I don't like. Which this isn't like necessarily like the end all be all. Like it says it can change. So like I guess this is kind of like the initial thought process of it. But I would still really like I like the I mean, because I just feel like this is too much like the old brand split.
Yeah.
Because like if we're bringing it back, like I get it, you want to like get it as close to what it was as possible, but still, I think you got to change some things.
That's the thing. I think you shouldn't want to have it as close to. You should want it to be as different from the original than it was. Because you want something new. WWE fans, wrestling fans in general, want new. They don't want the same. They don't want they don't want to have the same type of show that we had early 90s. As much as the nostalgia is there, we don't really want the Attitude Era again. We want something new. We want something more towards adults and more something that we can get into a little bit more. I just, why are you wasting money on 2 titles? There's gonna be no point. I mean, to an extent, again, it might give more guys a chance to be at that top level, but then who's really the top guy in WWE? If you have 2 world titles, who's the top guy? Who is, that's the point of the world heavyweight title is, whoever has the title is the top guy in the company.
Well, I guess you would think technically the WWE champion would be in the. Or I don't know if they're doing like WWE and then World Heavyweight again, or I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I really hope they don't do it like that. It's gonna go to the same thing that it was before, where there was too many titles. You know, it was ridiculous. I don't know. I just hope that they don't book it like that or don't do it like that. But any other thoughts before we leave?
Not really. I'm excited for Takeover though. It's crazy that it's this close. For some reason, it feels like the last one was really, like wasn't that long ago. It wasn't as long as usual for some reason. I don't know. I don't know if that's like true because it wasn't. What was it? May 1st. May 1st, I think, was the date. If I'm not mistaken, because WrestleMania was on May 3rd. Unless I'm thinking April. I might be thinking April. I'm thinking April.
Yeah.
I'm thinking April. Yeah. but anyway.
All right.
That's what it was.
Anyway, yeah. DJ doesn't know his months, but that was your NXT review for 5/25/16, with a little bonus on the brand split coming up in June. Again, I hope they don't book it that way. I hope they do something completely different. But then again, it's WWE at the end of the day, and if it ain't broke, they're gonna just pound it and pound it and pound it until it breaks. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, comments, rate, things, and share, and all the things that you can do with a video on YouTube. You need to do them, except for like try to block us and try to get us in trouble. Like, don't do that, because that would be a bad thing, because then we get in trouble, and then we have to take that video down or whatever, and we just don't want that. We just don't want that. But again, I am excited also for Takeover coming up. It does seem like it seems like it wasn't that long ago that we had a Takeover, or it seems like this one's coming up pretty soon. But I'm excited for it. That's it. So we will see you next Tuesday, I think, for our end of the month 6-pack of best wrestlers of the month. So gotta get that ready, and we will see you on. Don't forget again with the Twitter. But it's right under my head, like DJ did in the other video. It's right under my head now. So go follow us on Twitter, and we will maybe tweet more, probably not, but we'll try. And we will see you on the Dippity. That is Ippity, because I can't say flippity dippity anymore. All right, see ya.